Hello, class, and thank you for joining me for week 5. We get a look at team and team night functions. We get a look at our prompt here. How do you think a team of super chickens might fare in overcoming the 5 dysfunctions? And more generally, discuss the importance of choosing the right people for a team in light of these ideas. Off the bat, through our learning material, looking at the video and reading over the book, um, it's definitely important to identify the importance of the team composition and team management. So just to look at, let me give you something to look at, and let me remove myself. Here, the 5 dysfunction of a team, just to have a visual for everybody. We have to start with the foundation: lack of trust. Then we move on to fear of conflict, lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to results. Now, when we have these 5 dysfunctions of a team and we look at the super chickens, it's practically impossible for that all-star super chicken team to really perform within these 5 dysfunctional team. One, because they won't even meet our foundational element here. When you have when you have angry chickens coming in to the picture, and their whole sole purpose is to outperform each other, it's going to cause this lack of trust because they're going to be in competition. So these super chickens are already going to be set and pitted against each other in order for them to be seen as the elite alpha super chicken, to have the kind of conflict that we do not want in these workplaces, or especially within teams. So because we have this idea of super chickens coming in and performing the way that they do, it will pretty much at the end of it all would not create an environment for success. Again, it will start with these super chickens not trusting each other. Then it'll go into this fear of conflict, which will take away from each other, because if somebody wins, the other person loses, and all that stuff like that. And because they'll be pitted against each other, they won't work as a team, and then the commitment to each other will ultimately like reduce their output of performance in a team dynamic. And what comes to be seen here is that even though when we go into the part of selecting the right people, you got to consider that even though you might hire the super chicken, the high IQ, high technical skills, all that great like characteristics and things that you look for in a candidate, you also have to look for more soft skills, I guess. Having social sensitivity, some empathy, some helpfulness, some collaborativeness, um, additionally to that technical skills. And in a team, there is a leader, and that leadership has to be humble and be able to, work with the team. And Lencioni's, style, or these 5 dysfunctions, he's really looking here to create a fix for dysfunction, while Hefner is really warning everybody against these super chickens. So be cautious about these people that you select in a team, and why selecting teams is actually quite important. Additionally, when you have the right performers, the right people on the team, um, you're building something together, and it's important to identify the work that goes into building with each other instead of pitting it against each other, because then you might take resources, or you might take for granted what other people have as far as their skill set, and then obviously as a super chicken you're going to go and compete against them, and that's not the way to go about this. So overall, this is my input on this discussion. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Justin, and have a great day.